It all starts right now on Big Brother 25.
Yes, that's right. Hello and good evening for this Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023. We are here to talk about Big Brother 25 here on Super Mater Brothers Podcasting, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch, or you might be listening to us on the audio version. I'm Dave Mater, joined with my brother Jeff Mater. We're here. We have a whole new season of Big Brother USA. We just recently, earlier this year, we covered the Canadian version, Big Brother Canada 11. Even went to the finale and saw some Survivor alumni there. And now we're here in the new year. Well, the later half of this year, right on the writers' strikes, guys. And there's you can always count on reality TV and the multiverse to entertain you. The scary verse, the scramble verse, all of the verses, Jeff.
Yeah, the humiliation verse.
The humiliation verse.
Where you will get kicked in the butt 100 times. One for each day.
Right. And it's all because of those damned kids and their time laser, Jeff.
Okay, this part bugged me. Because I was like, oh, great, we're going to get to see Brittany and Danielle Reyes play again. But they're not. And then all of a sudden at the end, like...
Cerise played. Oh, by the way, spoilers, everybody. If you're not, if you haven't watched the episode, of course, we're just reacting here to this, hour and a half premiere, and we not only is there's not 16 house guests, Jeff. There are 17, and one of them is Cerise Fields of Survivor fame.
There should be 20
or like 18. Like I feel like there should be an even number of house guests.
Right. Well, and okay, so you're telling me the Fields family has a 2 in 17 chance?
The Fields family has a 2 in 17 chance, yes, of winning this game. As of right now, there may be more house guests to come. We don't know. This damn time laser, Jeff, it went off and it ruined Big Brother. How could it happen? This was a very interesting premiere for me, most notably just the format of how it played out. Of course, we had all our intro packages where we got to meet all these house guests, all 16, not including Sari, even though she was in, of course, Jared's package because she's his mom, and that's completely acknowledged in the intro. So that was 18 minutes of that. Once they're all introduced, they're just standing there on the stage. There's no audience still, but it's relatively no COVID era.
Why is there no audience?
I don't know. They finally did it for the Big Brother Canada finale. Like they just barely brought an audience in for the very end there.
Lots of shows have audiences.
Right. It's not even a big theater you have to fill there in the American version. It's like maybe 3 rows of people. It's basically you have just some bleachers. It wouldn't take much. There's people who want to go see the live taping of the premiere. Why not?
It's annoying.
But anyway, all that was done. And then they're just all standing out there. They're not allowed to go in. They're not allowed to talk to each other yet. And then they have to watch this whole video about the time laser, and Frankie and Danielle and who was the other one?
Brittany.
Yeah, and I was I'm over Frankie Grande. I don't know how you feel, Jeff. Even in his season, I was over him. But
I would be fine if he played again. I don't mind that part. It's the don't tease me. 2 of the best players to ever play the game are going to be on the show, and then they're not. Bugs me.
And I'm guessing Frankie doesn't count as one of the best players ever.
Frankie was fine. He's on the show because he's got a famous sister. Let's be real.
Right. And he's trying to make quite the career for himself in reality TV, much like Cerise Fields.
Well, I thought he played fine the last time. Like it was one of my favorite seasons, not because of Derek, but because of like a lot of the other people that were on that season.
Zach
and Donnie and Cody. Obviously, there was Nicole.
It was a good season.
It was a good cast. I didn't really, especially like Derek. Everyone who was in Oz. They showed the clip tonight.
It was impressive. He wasn't flashy or anything. He was just kind of methodical, and it was sort of like you could respect a Derek game.
He was boring.
Yes, I agree. Not entertaining.
No. and with the whole show was about him. I felt that season, which was fine. I get it, but at the same time, and like the Team America stuff, but Frankie was actually probably one of the best people on the show that year because he was involved in a lot of the drama with Beast Mode Cowboy and all that stuff. So um, I think Frankie's a good person to have in the house because he's gonna get in arguments with people. He's not gonna play it safe.
You think Frankie will come into the house?
I hope all three of those players come into the house.
The time laser people.
Yes, the time laser people.
You want them to enter the house along with Suri and to make a 20 house guests.
Why are they there? Like
they're there to get revenge. What was the story? What was the in-universe story of this?
Well,
Jeff?
Julie Chen said that they want to go back and change their season or something.
Yeah, they want to go back in time with the time laser and prevent, in Frankie's case, Derek and Cody from getting him with the Hitman stuff. Even though even Beast Mode Cowboy, he would somehow change his fate to make sure he won Big Brother 16 instead of Derek. I think that would have been a long shot. I'm not sure exactly what he would have changed. I guess take out Derek. It's earlier in the season, and then I guess anything can happen. But I think Cody probably wins instead of Frankie. Who knows? Anyway, so they do this whole thing.
Brittany also played multiple seasons. I think she played 2, maybe 3 seasons. So
okay. I'm not as familiar with the other two, Danielle and Brittany. I know
Danielle's
Frankie
from the original seasons. I think she only played once. She might have played twice. She might have played All Stars too. But Brittany definitely played more than once. She might have, I think she played 3 times. So to go, what season are they talking about for Brittany? Because is it her original season? Okay, so
well, better.
Which
than me.
I believe was the first Dan season.
Right. We got a comment here from one of the other Supermator brothers, Jaemeel Robinson himself, saying Frankie was trying to manipulate folks, saying that if he gets voted out, his Twitter followers will go after folks. So that would indicate to me that Frankie maybe is coming into the game, and Twitter followers will go after folks, like with the mob. Is that what he's saying? Jaemeel, I would like to unpack that. I wish you were here talking to us now. He thinks that the twist is that 4 house guests have members who have played a reality game previously, so that Jared is not the only one with a reality TV member. Now, Jeff, we haven't even talked about this entire cast, and who they all breaking them all down, and our draft results. But I drafted Corey Werdenberger purely based on his last name, with guessing that Werdenberger may be related to Zach Werdenberger, who was the first guy voted out of I think Survivor 42, or was it 43? But he was like, the funny guy. The season that Marianne won, he was the first boot of that season, whichever season that was. So,
and he's not related to him.
Well, it's so that tonight there was no mention that they were related. He just said he was a karate master who could do all this other stuff. It was an aspiring lawyer. Jane called him a wannabe lawyer. I say all lawyers at one point were wannabe lawyers. That's where they were law students. I think that's just a nicer way to say it about my draft pick, Corey Werdenberger.
I found him a little bit kind of annoying. I feel like he's going to annoy people.
Corey,
but will be good at competitions.
Yeah, let's talk about Corey for a second. There we go. He's one of the guys. I think he was like, I don't know. Based on his intro package tonight, I'm not completely sold on him.
I felt like he was like a boy in a man's body, but
well, he's only 21.
He's 21, so that makes
maybe
sense.
He is a boy in a man's body.
I think he is a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, some NHL players when they turn 19 look like they're 35 for some reason.
Right.
I don't know how that works. Okay, so all of these, they all got to go after they were shown the time laser stuff and everything. Then they were eventually allowed to go into the house in groups of 4, and they were then pick their spots for different competitions, which would eventually determine the first 4 nominees, because we're not picking the head of house out first. This is a scramble verse because it's the multiverse. We got the scramble verse, the scary verse, the comic book verse, and
the humiliation verse.
The humiliation verse.
It was
Okay.
something like that. It was like it was like the embarrassment like type, like wear a hot dog suit type verse.
Okay.
Like unitard.
Punishment verse.
I thought they should have just called it the unitard verse.
Hold on, I think I might have it here on a little video clip I pulled with Sari Fields.
It's called the humiliation verse.
Isn't that the weirdest clip?
Yeah, it was weird. They were because I guess that's
how
like,
she's introduced for the season. Like that. So the humiliation right is one of the 4 multiverses, Jeff. That's the theme of this season. And so because it's a scramble verse, we get a Survivor player playing Big Brother because that's never happened before.
Never?
No, it has. It definitely has.
A Big Brother player has played Survivor, but as a Survivor player, ever played Big Brother? I don't think
actually. Maybe not.
I can't think of one.
Maybe you're right. You might have me there because I think Beast Mode Cowboy went on to play Survivor after
Hayden, but those are all.
And Hayden was another one.
But those are Big Brother players that went to play Survivor.
Yeah, Big Brother first.
But has there ever been a Survivor player?
The closest example, this is actually doesn't even count, is because what's his name?
Russell Hanson's brother.
Russell Hanson's brother.
Yeah, but
but
again, doesn't count. I don't think that counts. No, right? I think Saree's the first Survivor player that only played Survivor.
First was known as a Survivor player, and she definitely is. She's played Survivor 4 times.
It's a 4. I thought, 3. Yeah, she played 4 times. Never won. Her best chance of winning was the first time. Yeah.
Now, Jeff, we didn't. So we did our draft in all this, picking out all the house guests in our group of Big Brother and Survivor enthusiasts, trying to figure out who would get who. Because there was 16 people and there were 9 of us. Jaemeel and Daryl decided, okay, instead of getting 2 picks each, they were gonna just get 1 each, right? Mm-hmm. So this is the Daryl Jaemeel alliance. Is that coming up for you? There it goes. Right. The Daryl Jaemeel alliance was drafted here. Consisted of Luke and Kirsten. Our 8th and I guess they were right in the middle. 8th and 9th pick respectively. So I think it's only fair because they only got 1 draft pick each, that they should they should be combined here and maybe get Sari as their pick. And so this would give us this, Jeff. The new Jaemeel and Daryl alliance with who is this again? Luke, Kirsten, and Sari.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty interesting. After the first 3 competitions, it was all black people that lost. I was like,
except for my guy, Corey, who was the first out.
That was the 4th one. But before they played that one, it was like, what were the odds? I mean, it was, it wasn't good. Like it was just interesting that happened. And you could see it on Felicia's, or is it Felicia? How do you say her name? It's not Felicia. It's like Felicia or something like that.
Felicia. Isn't it Felicia?
She doesn't pronounce it Felicia.
She doesn't?
Felicia or something like that.
Felicia?
Felicia, I think is the way it's pronounced. Anyway, you could see on her face, like, she was like, oh, hell no. Like, she was so pissed. Which I actually, I thought, if any of the competitions tonight that she would have had a chance was the one she was in. But it's all about quick hands and, anything quick. That's the thing that bothers me about these competitions. And by the way, I wonder if Jameel's watching. I don't know if he had the same visceral reaction that Amanda had when they were like, "Oh, that all 4 people that get eliminated will be nominated for eviction." And Amanda was like, "That's stupid." Immediately she was not happy about it. Why did Sari get a pass to this? There's a bunch.
She didn't have to compete in this.
There's a bunch of different things where I was like, I hate when they do this, like someone must get eliminated right away. BS. It's stupid. It's
it better not be my guy, Corey. Because
I don't think it should ever be anybody, because why do you go through all that pain of trying to get on the dang show and then they're like, no, we're gonna send you home because what? Is there some ratings ploy that people only watch if someone gets eliminated right? I don't think anyone watches Big Brother like that. Like
Right.
I think people would happily wait 2 weeks before somebody gets eliminated. Especially now it's a 100-day season. This is going to go to the end of October. Is anyone even going to be watching this at the end of October? You know?
Well, it's always been a summer show, right? Especially the American version, more specifically. And now, yeah, it's going to be sort of a late summer, early fall show. Because I assume this is how many days are they planning to go here?
100.
100.
Yeah.
Which ends at when?
Like that's like the first week of November, I'm pretty sure.
14 weeks. Oh man, that's a lot.
It's like I'm surprised they're doing that because CBS doesn't like competing with football.
On Sundays,
So especially on Sundays. Yeah.
right? And I guess they have to fill a slot before football or between football and whatever. I don't know. That's going to be a tough one.
Maybe they don't have the Sunday night games or something this year, or so whatever it is. I don't know, but
yeah, the finale.
When's the finale? Yeah, I bet you it's
November
like
9th.
November 9th. Yeah, that's 100 days. Yeah,
That's when we'll be. So this will be ending around Thanksgiving.
that's insane. That's the latest they'll ever end one of these shows. I don't think they'll ever do that again on Big Brother.
But so why, if it's 100 days, you don't need to get rid of Corey so fast.
Well, and why not have 20 house guests? Like, just send. Maybe they will. Maybe Frankie and Danielle and Brittany are playing. Like, why would they be there to film a stupid time laser segment? It makes no sense.
Well,
Please tell me they're playing. I really hope they're playing.
I hope they're not. I don't want them in. I don't like when returning people come in. I find it screws up the season.
We already have Sari playing, and her son is on. So
it's already tainted. This is gonna be like when Paul played, like his second time.
It could be. I bet you half the people don't even know who the hell Sari is. And there's no way Sari is gonna and her son are gonna admit they know each other for a while at least.
Well, they kind of look alike. So
they do. I bet people should figure it out.
Yeah,
because they have the same smile. Like
right.
they really do.
Oh, hold on, let me pull that down. 1 sec. Yeah, they have the same. They have almost the same face.
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah, like do I have a couple shots here? I think of them talking. So here we go. Okay, so Jeff, when he visited her on Survivor. I think the last time she played.
I mean, that's deep cuts though. Oh, is that the last time they played? Okay,
I think that's the last time she played. I think that was when he came out to visit her.
Is that the last time? What can you see? Like when? Oh,
I can't tell what season it is, but
because if it's like her,
he looks pretty young there. He is now 25, so
he looks like he's probably like. When was the last time she played? Was it Second Chances or what was the last time?
I have to look that up.
It wasn't Second Chances. She played.
Suri played on Survivor Game Changers.
Game Changers. And when was that? What year was that?
That was in 2017.
Oh, that was 6 years ago.
Filmed in 2016.
So that was it. So he was 19 there.
Yeah, he was 19 at the time. Okay, and then they have this like Skype call where I don't have a lot of pictures of it, but
I mean, you just need the one. But I do think it is interesting that nobody's gonna remember that. Even I don't remember that her son came out for Game Changers.
When you say is this?
Yeah, he looks a lot like her. I mean,
is he related to Suri?
I mean, it's pretty. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's going to be hard not to notice, I would say. And they're going to look at each other in a certain way a bunch of different times. Like, it's just natural. For them to be able to hide that is almost impossible.
This kind of reminds me of Big Brother Canada, where they put two brothers in the house together. I don't think were they twin brothers, or maybe they were just brothers. But yeah, so like they walked in and then they kind of tried to pretend like they didn't know each other. But then Arissa, the host of Big Brother Canada, just said, she just revealed it right away. She's like, it was they didn't allow them to keep it a secret. But
yeah, well, that won't happen here though.
Those two brothers, I think they could have pulled it off in people not realizing they were related, because they didn't look alike and they acted very different. But with Suri and Jared here, I think it's a whole different kind of thing. And so Zach was sucked into the abyss, but it was very anticlimactic. I don't think they expected any of those people to hold on for as long as they did, but I would have held on just as hard. I couldn't tell how hard it was pulling them, Jeff, in that final competition. Like I couldn't tell if they were increasing the strength or how much it was pulling them. You know, there was a lot of questions. It was not good TV overall.
Anytime they do endurance competitions to be fast, I'm like, what are you thinking? You know, like it's kind of stupid.
Because there were these other ones like, you know, kick yourself in the butt as fast as you can. This was fine, you know.
But like, why do physical ones? Like, I get one of them being physical, but like most of them should be like mental, you know, or like some sort of puzzle or something, you know. Like I think once they started, because I have him, I have Matt, and I have Hassan, and they were both in that, and I was like, well, they're gonna fly through this, they'll be fine, you know, because like they were going against Kim, and then I think
there was Blue Kim, Hissam, there was Matt, and
Kirsten?
I think it was Kirsten, yeah,
and I was like, well, Kirsten's gonna lose. Like once they got to a certain number, I was like, okay.
Right. There was also this other one where they had to do like figure out the blob bomb or something.
So
and blow themselves
I thought this was of any of the competitions, this is the one she had the best chance at, right? As a 65-year-old woman.
I think this was like the antithesis of like the drag to hell one, because this one was filmed from multiple angles. You could see everybody's station above and below them and what was going on and what they were trying to do, versus the other one where they were just holding on, but it took forever.
I couldn't tell what was going on with that. I was like, are they laying down or are they hanging on from like a wall? Like I couldn't tell, like the way it was filmed. For the first half
on the ground.
No, I know they were, but I didn't know that for like the first half of the way. Right, but if you show another angle of this, it looked like they were like hanging on, like they were standing up rather than laying down. You know.
Right. Well, it looks like, I think it's supposed to look like they're holding on like the edge of a cliff.
Right, and that's the way they were filming it for like the first half of it, and then I'm like, oh, they're actually like laying on their belly. You know,
I feel like there was something we missed here, Jeff. I feel like there was some kind of dramatic TV moment that we just didn't get. Everyone held on. I
think they expected someone to let go early.
They were really focusing on Luke because he took one of his hands off.
Right.
And so they assumed he would be the first to go, but then it ends up being Corey, and they weren't even looking at him. They didn't even have a camera on him at the time.
Yeah. Poorly executed.
You know, like they tried to give us a couple, like some split screens here with them all, but this just got really dull. This went on way too long. Julie was like not knowing what to do, because I don't think they planned for this to go on for as long as they did. I think this could have made like a good HOH competition, but because of the other three were just over and done so quickly, this was just like, I just think the pacing of this was also just way off.
Okay.
You know, they could have gone with this first. It goes on, and yeah, eventually, here we go. Zach, or no, not Zach.
Corey.
He gets dragged, and that's it. And so, is that the last we'll see of Corey? Maybe the brother of Zach.
Well, I do wonder, because he is like, you know, there's 3 black people in him, and I do wonder if they're like, we gotta vote the white guy out. You know, like, because it's not a good look, you know.
It's the first. Oh, yeah. So the other 3 nominees, you mean?
Yeah.
So Zach is also a nominee, so I guess he will get to come back. And so then we'll have an HOH competition, presumably next, or maybe we'll play the veto next, and then we'll play the HOH. I don't really understand.
I don't really know what the hell's going on in this season, because it's not very well explained. All I know is there's a stupid multiverse thing.
There's a multiverse. There's a laser.
There's a laser.
Frankie's around.
For some reason, Sari is just having champagne in the kitchen. It makes no sense. You know,
she's just there.
She's just there. Didn't have to be a part of this multiverse at all.
No, didn't stand out there with the other house guests when they came in. So she's immediately going to be different, right? Didn't come in as just.
How old is Sari now, too? Like, she
53.
53. Well, that means she had her kid pretty young.
She's 10 years. So she's 10 years younger than Felicia, or however you say her name, Felicia, who's the oldest now house guest ever, Jeff, to play at 63.
I thought she was 65. Yeah, I mean, I think I think some. All right, the one thing common denominator through all of the house guests, most of them had some sort of military background, which I found kind of interesting. Like, they were either in the Air Force or the Army or somebody.
A lot of them were, yeah.
A lot of them were, like a good chunk of them, maybe like 35% of them were like veterans. Um, a lot of them were rich. Like, did you see some of the houses that these people were from? I was like, my God, they all have money. Like I was surprised by that. That's definitely changed from like when the show started.
Like the type of people they would get?
Yes. The people they would get early on were definitely not like well-to-do people, like for the most part. There were some, but a lot,
more average or middle class or
yes,
that kind of, right?
Yes, 100%.
Hungrier for that 750 maybe, or that 500 back then.
The 500 back then, yeah, but now it seems like a lot of them are like a little bit more well off. Some of them, I'm sure, are not. But some of the house, like even like Cerie's house, and like I was like, wow, this is now she's older, so I get it. But like, and like same even with Felicia, you're 63, like I get it. Like you get to that age, but like there was other people like. I was like, yeah, this is a nice place. You got here, like,
Yeah, well, she's been doing reality TV shows since, in Cerie's case, since 2006 or 5.
So almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years. She's been in the biz. She also played on The Traitors. Have you ever seen that show?
No.
It's pretty good. It's like this murder mystery kind of a show. And then now this Big Brother 25. So
she's never done Amazing Race, but she probably will after this.
If she does that, then she starts off in 2005 and now up to it's almost
There's got to be like almost. There's only got to be a few people that have done Amazing Race, Survivor, and Big Brother. It's got to be a short list. I'm sure it is. Like Boston Rob, maybe. No, he didn't play Big Brother. He never played Big Brother. Boston Rob should have played Big Brother at some point.
So nobody's ever had the trifecta. Nobody's been in all three.
The only one I don't know if Hayden played Amazing Race. Hayden or Beast Mode Cowboy. I don't know if either of them played Amazing Race.
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
So somebody
or the Twinnies. What about the Twinnies? They didn't play Big Brother.
No. So it's all, but they played Survivor and Amazing Race. Yeah, there's usually only 2.
Yeah.
All right, so that was kind of like the whole intro. Yeah, Cerie's just there, and then it goes off the air, and then we'll be back Sunday, guys. And I guess the difference also is that Big Brother USA has live feeds. Jeff, Big Brother Canada does not.
Yeah, they're free this time, which is
they're free. So yeah, like they're giving them away for free. They used to always have to pay for them, and now the Canadian version got rid of it probably because. We think just because it's harder for sponsors to want to get involved in things that could be potentially controversial, because anything when you watch 24/7, there's bound to be something said that's going to be upsetting to somebody, and so for something, and then all of a sudden it's on the news, right? So I think that's why Canada's done away with it. USA, they're like, let it roll, let's go for it.
I think they should have done. I think they should have done a coaches season for this season. I think I think they should have done like or like something like that. If they have Cerie, like do a Survivor team, do a Big Brother team, an Amazing Race team, and then like I don't know, whatever, doesn't matter, a newbie team or something, whatever you want to call it. Because like I think it's 25th anniversary. I think they should have done like I don't know. I think it should have been a bit more about the Big Brother history this for this season rather than which if Danielle and Brittany play and Frankie, I guess, then that's great. That's exactly what they should be doing. But like having Cerie there, it just feels weird. Like she's a Survivor, like all-star, 4th time.
Never won though.
Never won, but just it's kind of weird to have her on this season for the 25th anniversary when she's not even a Big Brother player.
No, not until now.
Well, yeah.
Here to play with her boy Jared.
Yeah, which is kind of neat, I guess. Like the Big Brother's done that before, where they
with Evil Dick.
Yeah.
his
Or
daughter, right?
they've had twins play, and all that kind of stuff.
And as we mentioned, Canada's done it with the brothers, and there's been different versions of this. Okay, well, we'll see how it plays out. Jeff, will there be an 18th house guest, or is Sari just where they're going to cap this off?
I hope there's 20.
You hope they go to all the there's 100 days. There's time to get rid of them.
Yeah, just do a bunch of double evictions.
Double evictions, yeah.
Like
what's the difference? I think they want to get us down. They want to try to cut down the numbers as early as possible. They want to get a rhythm going with the evictions, maybe too.
Yeah, I don't know how that's planned, but I mean, I've always felt like the more action you have going on, the better. As far as evictions and double evictions and stuff, rather than there's a lot of downtime in the U.S. version of Big Brother because there's so many days usually, and I think the more house guests you have, the more ability you have to create drama and get people out.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, this season confirmed to be coming back. Old staples like OTEV will be back this season.
Well, OTEV was never going to leave. Zingbot will be back.
There will be a wall competition.
It always is.
There'll be caged eggs.
Okay.
There'll be Zingbot.
Yeah.
And there'll be BB Comics.
And they'll probably do a slip and slide as well.
Well, or if Jaemeel was here, he'd be what's that one he always wants? Like the scrambler or something, or the
he likes the pressure cooker.
The pressure cooker.
They're never bringing that one back, but they should, because the pressure cooker was a great one.
Pressure cooker was a great one. Well, I hope they do. I hope I would like to see some new competitions. I don't always need to see these old ones.
But did you notice on there was newspapers or whatever on the competition floors, and it was Casers and All Star or all this. There was all
There wasn't enough of that because I was zooming in on. So I don't know if they're planning how permanent or temporary that set is. It looked like it was maybe going to be used a lot this season, but maybe not. So I'm looking at the newspaper, and that's they're using the what's called lorem ipsum. It's just kind of like that mice type. It's it's nothing, right? It's and I'm as you're doing all these close-ups on the people in the competitions, all you're seeing is lorem ipsum. And if you're looking for that stuff, I really noticed it a lot. I thought they could have done a little bit more with the lines there. Right. Jeff, otherwise, I thought this was a pretty underwhelming premiere. In a lot of ways.
Me too. I agree. Like I said, I think if you have Brittany and Danielle in there, I think more people are excited.
And Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie too. Sure, he's got a famous sister. Yeah. But you know what I mean. And I don't hate Frankie. I'm fine to watch him play, but I think more people would be excited about the season if those players were in, especially Brittany and Danielle, because they haven't played in so long and they were so good. Danielle Reyes was kind of like the Sari of Big Brother. Everyone said that she was the best player never to win. So it's very to me, it's if Sari's going to be on this season, put Danielle in there too. And Sari's how is she not going to get targeted? Even I was when her son lost, I'm that's a tempting person to evict out, because he's a tall, muscular, young man that is going to be hard to beat in certain competitions. It's a free vote out. You know what I mean? You don't even have to nominate him. It's an easy one to do. Because you're not going to vote out the 63-year-old lady. Who else? Kirsten, you probably keep her, and then whatever his name, Corey or whatever, Wardenberger. You're not gonna get rid of him. If
come on, he can't be another Wardenberger to be the first boot.
I mean, it's either gonna to me, it's
related or not. It can't happen.
It's Wardenberger or Fields to me that are going first. I mean, because the other two don't make sense to vote out.
Who are the other two nominees?
Kirsten and Felicia.
But let's say they do the HOH next, but the HOH would have no power, or maybe take two people down. And then they're
going to do it. No, they're going to do a veto. I don't know. Why would they do an HOH?
What do you even need an HOH for this week? I don't know. I'm confused.
I think we're all confused about this season and the stupid multi.
And where they're going and
why are we voting somebody out right away? It's stupid.
All right. Let's try to focus on the players, Jeff, and try to figure out if we can figure out what the heck's going on here. So let's start. We'll talk about our draft teams, a little bit, who drafted who, and we'll talk about those particular players as we go through them. So first off is your wife, Amanda. She drafted Jared with the first overall pick.
Yes. She regretted it, she said.
She regretted
she wanted Izzy.
She wanted Izzy. She could have had Izzy. Izzy was drafted 14th overall. Was very attainable. And because she had the first pick, she got the last pick, and that was Felicia, who was 63 and the oldest ever. I suppose that's why she got passed over in the draft. These two players, Jeff, what do you got to say?
Well, they're both nominated for eviction, so that's not good.
It's not a great start for Team Amanda here in this season.
I think it'll be hilarious if he gets voted out and then Cerie's in there. Like she wanted to play the whole season with her son.
It'd be hilarious if she votes him out.
Well, that won't happen. But I don't think she'll. Will she get a vote? She probably would.
She might. She might not though. She might not get a vote this week.
Yeah.
So okay. Could you see these two working together in the game?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
I could see another cookout type thing going down because there's
could you see these two working with Cerie?
Yeah, I could 100%. And then I guess it's Kirsten. And then is there another black person in the house?
Yes, there's.
I feel like there's one more.
What's her name?
America?
No, McCall.
McCall. Yeah, I could see that being an alliance.
Maybe, yeah. But
we'll see. I don't know. McCall. Like I was like, this girl seems like super annoying. Like I don't feel like people are gonna.
Well, let's get to her. Okay, let's talk about my team, Jeff. My draft picks. I got Corey Werdenberger, as I've mentioned it quite a few times in this podcast. As well, I drafted Riley Smedley, the 24-year-old bartender from Nashville.
Right, looking for a tall, dark, handsome man. The brunette.
She's open to a showman's, maybe gearing for a showman's.
Would Werdenberger be her type of guy?
I don't think so. I don't think I think he's I don't think he has the height and the muscles she's looking for. So that's my guess. I don't know if her type is here in this season. I think
I think there is one.
Maybe Matt. I think Matt is the biggest potential here.
Yeah.
For her, I don't see her going for. Who is there? Corey or Hissam, even.
Hissam's gay, so that won't happen.
That's easy. Who else is there then? Cameron's separated. But
there's Jaden.
There's Jared himself, right?
No, Jared. Sorry, Jared. I called
Jared. He's an exterminator, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, that wears golf shirts while he exterminates.
There's just not a lot of like there's Luke. Okay, let's talk. Luke is also here. So I guess but he seems a little bit off. Okay, we'll get talking with Luke. But Jeff, what do you think of my picks?
Yeah. Okay. During these intro packages, okay, why is like every pretty girl always like, wait until you see? Like, I could actually, read a book or. Like they're all like
it's a cliche now. It's almost like cliche. It's like I'm not just a pretty face. I can actually read. I'm like, okay,
I can write things down.
I've seen pretty people do this before.
I know how to pour a drink. It's not hard. It's like I don't know. Is there no working class attitude anymore? Like it's just like no. My whole life isn't as pampered as you think.
But it actually is because
right.
Since you're explaining that to me, then it is right.
Yeah.
Because people who have had a harder life don't go to their way to.
Yeah, they don't.
I'm just a pretty face.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it's annoying every time, and it was like three of them tonight. I was just like, I think America, her, and McCall all said the same thing.
Yeah, they're basically the same energy, right? So they might end up working together. Okay, Foster, he picked Red and America. So let's talk about Red America. He almost had a chance to pick Red and Blue, making Team Purple Foster, but that didn't happen. So
Purple Foster.
Red first. Red was taken 4th overall. The 37-year-old from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Seems like a kind of a Southern hippie guy. He's in sales.
He's like a walking conundrum. He's like a hippie dude, but that was in the military. That he's like a conservative liberal. Makes no sense. He's an oxymoron.
Yeah, he's a bit of a paradox, this man, and I don't know what to expect of him as a Big Brother player. Like even just based on what we saw him tonight in his intro.
He's the Donnie. He's like right.
He's
like
a Donnie type. He's that archetype. I would say yes. I would agree. But and he's I don't know because we have there's such an age range in this cast. Compared to like even the most recent Canadian season. Huh?
I think they did a good job this year with the age ranges because
we got 40 years. We got 40 years between like the youngest.
It should be. It shouldn't be all 20-year-olds. It's stupid. Nobody wants to watch that.
Right.
Like
still a lot of young people, but not. They're still the majority here. But but there's quite a few. Like, there's a 45-year-old. Okay, we should talk about her as well. Okay, let's just over to America though. America, just kind of. I agree. It was kind of like this. She has a degree in biology. Is that what we found out?
I don't know. I get it. You can read a book. You're like you're pretty.
You went to college. It's fine.
She went to Brown. Like I was like, great. You're Ivy League student. I get it. Like, can you like that's to me that doesn't explain anything about you. That just explains that you went to a university. Big whoop. Who cares?
She wants to be on a TV show now.
Yeah, but like, tell me like. I would rather you tell me what your favorite color is than what fucking school you went to. Like,
I think it's pink for America.
Right.
I don't think it's
better.
red.
At least that would tell me something about you. Right. Like as far as what you care about, what your personality is, what you studied, or it doesn't say everything about you.
Yeah, but that's kind of typical of these younger people, like people in their, especially their early or mid 20s. That's kind of like I went to this school and now I'm this.
That's what they do in the States too. Like everything's about what school you went to.
School and I think that's a big thing. Maybe what sports you played, if that was something you did. Okay. Then we of course have the Daryl Jaemeel alliance. Consisting of Luke, Kirsten, and Sari. Let's talk about Luke first. Luke Valentine, drafted 8th overall by Daryl, Coral Springs, Florida. This guy is a bit weird to me, Jeff.
I should have taken him. I regretted taking Matt over. I should have taken him instead.
This man is not long for this game. He is he is a pre-jury boot all the way. I mark my words.
I disagree with you. I think he's going to do really good.
This guy will not go into showman's. His whole like Hawaiian shirt and tank top thing here is not working.
He gives me Jeffrey Dahmer vibes, which is not a good vibe.
Right.
Right. But because he just the way he looks, and like he looks a lot like Evan Peters, I find, that played Dahmer. I don't know.
Also, and he's also an American Horror Story. This is a scary character. He plays villains.
Was he on was he in The Scary?
Who, like Evan Peters?
The Scary Verse was Luke in The Scary Verse.
Was Luke in The Scary Verse? No.
I think he was.
Yes.
I think
it was The Scary because he was the one holding on. That was The Scary Verse, right? Yeah, he was in The Scary Verse.
Right. Perfect spot for him. All right, great.
Yeah, he was. They put him in The Scary Verse along with Corey and my other draft pick, Riley. Sorry, and who's the guy from Texas again? Oh wait, Cameron. He was also in the challenge. Okay, so Sari, I guess we kind of touched on her already, so we can kind of skip over here. And then we have Kirsten, who was taken technically by Jaemeel. So Daryl picked Luke and Jaemeel picked Kirsten. She's a molecular biologist. Again, same energy as America and kind of like McCole, but McCole was a little older, is a little bit more accomplished. So, but I would probably say that Riley, America, and Kirsten kind of was very all similar for me. Those three,
Yeah, Kirsten. She was another one. There was 4 of them. I'm just not just a pretty face. I study biology. It's just like, and then and then it was just like, I'm a girly girl, and then it's just her talking about like dudes with her friends, like on like some sort of pool club or something, or I don't know what her whole. There were so many intro packages that just infuriated me. I was just like, what is this? Like, who put this together? And
we've seen this before.
All of the intro packages always end with like, okay, now laugh, and then they laugh, and then like that's how they end it. And it's just
they drive off or whatever.
It's just like, okay.
Let's go on to Team Jane. Jane, of course, picked Bowie Jane.
You mean Pink?
She likes pink.
No, she's Australian pink.
She's Australian pink. She's a barrister.
Or
A barrister? No, she's a
AK
lawyer. She's a lawyer
Yeah, she's
and
a
DJ.
Yeah, and like a semi-pro tennis player.
Yeah. Okay. And Jeff, my biggest issue with Bowie Jane so far is that she plans to lie about her age and not tell people she's 45, tell people she's 34. This is a big mistake. We've seen this before in Big Brother, where somebody, I think Big Brother Canada was where it was attempted, where people go, that person is not what age they say they are. And everyone, the other house guests will start talking, and then all of a sudden, no one wanted to trust her because everybody's going to figure it out. Somebody's going to figure out she's not.
Why lie about that? Like, why? Like,
who
why
cares? There's a 63-year-old in the house. Yeah.
Also, like, don't lie by that many years. If you're 43 and you want to say you're 38, that's different.
Take off 5 at the most.
5 at the most.
Right? Not 10. You're being greedy. 11. She was saying 11. She was planning to take 11 years off here. Not feasible. Otherwise, I liked Bowie Jane. I thought she was a fun, I think she's an interesting character. But Jane, my wife Jane, who drafted her, said, well, they'll just chalk it up to her being Australian. So let's say she has some city miles on her, and that's why, she's an Australian 34. So
yeah. Well, like, here's the thing: like, is she the first player to play that's not American in Big Brother? I can't remember any Canadians playing.
I can't remember. No, they haven't. So, I think there have been like there was what's his name? The small guy, Yadis. What's that guy's name?
Oh yeah, right.
Right.
I know who you mean. Yeah, he was. Where was he from? Was he Mexican?
He was South America, I believe.
South America. Okay. Well, if you're gonna bring somebody from Australia, why not bring somebody from Big Brother Australia?
They liked Bowie Jane, and
they brought Tim in. That would have been a win.
Tim would have been good. Tim, who already, so if he had played Big Brother Australia, Canada, and then Big Brother USA, that would have been like the.
Well, and he just played Big Brother Australia last year too.
Again,
yeah.
Okay. And then so my wife Jane picked Bowie Jane, and then with her second pick, she picked McCall because Jane's middle name is Nicole. So she's Jane Nicole. So she picked Bowie Jane and McCall, which is spelled with an M. And so McCall Hayes from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, a political consultant, graduated high school at 16, Jeff, got her master's by 20. She's a regular Doogie Howser. She's going up to Capitol Hill or something. I think she's in what state is she? Maryland? I think she's like in the Maryland legislature.
But she worked in D.C.
She worked in D.C. She's going to be a future congresswoman, potentially senator. Who knows?
Yep. You know what? That's what the thing that made her the most unlikable to me. I was like, you swim with the swamp people in DC, and I was like, I don't know about this. We'll see. She also was like too perfect the way she talked and stuff. I was just like, it's like the politician talk, and I could no.
No,
she wasn't authentic. She was not authentic to me. That's what I
not authentic. Well, so yeah. So you're. Do you think she'll do well in this game? My prediction is she'll do great or she'll do awful.
I think she'll do awful.
I think it's more like awful is more what I'm leaning at the moment. But who knows? We'll see how this plays out. Okay, I think let's talk about your team, Jeff. Jeff, you have Matt Klotz, a gold medalist in the Deaf Olympics. From Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Okay. Does that mean he's deaf?
He's deaf.
He is deaf.
I think so. Yes.
But he was able to talk and everything. Like,
but he went through speech therapy. But like when Julie is giving instructions on how to do things, can he hear that?
I don't know. That was my question. Is he half deaf or can he read lips? Like, I couldn't figure.
Or are they doing? Is there an interpreter somewhere there to like give him sign language?
I think that's cool. I mean, this is a really hard game to play. Like, I'd rather be blind in this game than be deaf, because you need to be able to hear people.
There's a lot of whispering in rooms, right?
Yeah.
In this game, in that house especially, that in the U.S. house, and he might struggle just on the whispering and trying to have conversation. Now, of course, there are like the HOH room is pretty soundproof, and there are places you can go, but
the
backyard maybe.
But he's like a really good swimmer.
Very good swimmer. It helped him win that challenge tonight in his little heat that he was put in. Yeah, although he was in the same challenge there as Hissam, your other pick, Jeff.
Yeah.
And so Hissam he only just barely beat Hissam. Hissam being a fair bit older than Matt. 20 years older, from Seattle, Washington. He's a geriatric physician. He's a doctor and a burlesque dancer and gay Arab something else. I believe. I think I lost one other moniker. So, how are you feeling about Hissam?
Hissam, I think I think he'll be fine. I think he's going to get along with Felicia. He's going to be like, "Oh, good, you'd be like one of my patients."
Okay, she's a geriatric.
Well, it's close. Maybe not. I guess what are you geriatric when you're over 70?
I think you at least have to be over 70. I think.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Maybe over 80.
Maybe okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say 63 would be. I think you're a little too early for that. Yeah. So okay. So your team. I think these are both solid players. Like there's no red flags here. I think that Matt is going to have a challenge here, but we'll see. I need to understand better what his disability is and how much it may or may not hinder him here. Hissam, I think, could be. I think he has a lot of energy, is what I got from his package, and I think that potentially over a course of 100 days, this guy could crack. So I
think he's just gonna weigh on people. Like he might annoy people, But yeah. I do think he knows the game, and I think he, if he gets in with the right people, he'll do really well. Like I think if he can get in with your boy Wartenberger there, I think that would be advantageous for him.
All right. Well, we talked about your team. Jen, our friend, she has first up on Team Jen is Cameron. So let's talk about Cameron Harden. I was not impressed with this guy. Okay. I'm not feeling this guy so far. Just the way he came into the house. He was more focused on getting to the challenge. He took no moments to socialize with the group he came in with, which was basically the Scaryverse people. Yeah, I don't know. He seems like that guy who just recently played Survivor, Jeff, who you didn't like, the guy who fell off the cliff, doing the stunt.
Yeah, maybe. I don't
know. His name was Matthew, I believe.
I didn't think his intro package was quite that bad. But maybe. Well, I guess time will tell.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this guy. I don't know what to like. He seems like I don't think I'm going to be cheering for Cameron this season. That's just my gut reaction.
Yeah, could be. I thought his intro package was one of the ones that wasn't annoying. I was like, oh, okay. Like, it seemed like a little bit more like honest and wholesome. Like,
Well, maybe he's like I'm separated from my wife, but I got my daughter. She's the only one thing I've ever done right.
Right.
Definitely, which I was like, so definitely not your wife.
And he plays country music. He's written a sad song about that.
I'll write a sad song. He's got a daughter. That's great, man. And he's a stay-at-home dad playing songs. So that's Cameron. He's here to win some money for Big Brother.
Who lives on a ranch somewhere.
He's on a ranch.
But anyway, yeah, they all have nice houses.
Yeah,
that was what I noticed.
I think he can afford. He has nothing going on for the next 100 days except for maybe seeing his kid. So he'll be okay. Okay, then the other member of Team Jen is Blue Kim, the 25-year-old from New York, a brand strategist, a bit intense.
It was just Julie calls Blue.
Yeah. She's the daughter of Korean immigrants, I believe. Was kind of her story, and she's into Big Brother. Was there anything else about Blue?
Yeah, she said she had a bunch of tattoos, as if that was a thing. I was like, I was like,
is that the most interesting thing about? I have tattoos.
I have tattoos. I actually have 30 of them. That's what she said. I was just like, lots of people have tattoos. Nobody says that's a defining characteristic.
If you get up to 30, is that a collection worthy of some kind of accolade? Do you get like the queen or the king now, I guess, to send you a thing? November 9th end. Yes, Jaemeel. But when were you? I thought you were joining us tonight. Are you gonna make it? Team Sean. Okay. First member of Team Sean is Jag.
Jack's going to do well. Jack's
from
doing well.
Washington State. He's a truck company owner at 25 years old. Looks like it's a family company. He's the first Sikh ever to play Big Brother USA. There was one already who played Big Brother Canada, but that was Big Brother Canada 8. That was the COVID season that was ended short and never had an ending. Right. So here we got, so the torch is passed here to Jag. Hopefully for this season to finish. And so he seems nice. He said he's faced some bullying in his life. He said he was the only Sikh in his entire city or in the entire state.
Yeah. In fairness, he lived in a really small town. But so it's not like, there was high odds of that, but
right.
He's from Oregon, right?
Washington State.
I don't think he's the only Sikh in his state.
He can't be or his dad was the first Sikh in Washington. I was like, that can't be right. Like,
no way. Yeah. Like maybe, but I guess if his dad came in like the 70s or something, but
he's only 25, so unless he had him late, but so okay, fair enough. But yeah, like I don't know. I'm interested to see how Jag kind of goes with this season. I think he seemed like well off as well. He's made some money in the trucking business, or his family has, and so another guy well off. Okay, and the other member of Team Sean here is Izzy, the flute player. Also from New York City, 32 years old. She got a girlfriend. She's taken. Sorry, ladies. And, she's one of the best flute players there ever was.
Yeah. And then she was like, hey, New York, I'm playing Big Brother. And I just said to Amanda, I was like, New York doesn't care.
No, it's not like when you're from a small town like Jag. Where they're all going to be cheering for him potentially. I don't think New York City is going to mention or notice Izzy, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah. Jameel's commented, they will move Big Brother on Sunday to 10 p.m. Oh, great. So we're going to be up later even on Sundays. Well, that is la-ti-da. Izzy, I'm not sure if Izzy will go far in the game or not yet. I can't tell.
Izzy will do well.
Okay. You're saying Izzy will do well. I can't disagree. I can't tell. Is that all the house guests? I think it might be.
I think that's it. Yeah.
All right. So we talked about all 17 of them, Jeff. So that was the premiere. That's the twists. This is this 100 more days, 99 more days to come. So it's good. It's always an adventure. It's a different time of year for this one. So that's going to be something new to deal with. And I think it was a little bit underwhelming of a premiere. I really want to see live feeds. I want to see, or at least hear about the live feeds.
You can watch them right now.
Maybe I will. Maybe we should all break out and run off here, guys, and find out what the hell's going on in this game and what's going to happen. Because there are some great podcasters, not us. We don't do live feeds, but Jaemeel keeps up with it, and then we talk about it here on the podcast. This podcast is more of a casual fans podcast, but that's okay. All right. So
look, Dave, I can use Julie? I can use Julie's arm to look like my arm.
Yeah, there you go. Julie Chen Moonves. Oh, wait, we got Jamaica Jaemeel coming in from Jamaica. Myself. I'm putting it down here.
How's it going?
Good.
My audio's messed up. Hold on a second.
Jamaica.
Happy belated birthday.
Greatly appreciated. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep, we can hear you.
Can you hear us?
My audio is not playing through my headphones.
Can you hear us?
Quickly fix that.
It's a quick fix. Wait.
Okay. I probably have to exit out and come back in.
Okay, you come back. You come right back. And then we'll talk about it. We can hear you though. There he goes. Well, if we ever needed a sound clip, I think we need one right now. I don't know. I gotta pick something from Big Brother 24.
You got anything, Julie?
You got some Julie Chen? Yeah, I got some Julie. Something random on Julie. Go.
If you are a true festival aficionado, you know that the only way to really enjoy a festival is with a friend.
If you're a true festival aficionado, Jeff.
Yeah, I can't say that's a thing.
And if it was, you would know that the best way to do it is with a friend. That seems like any activity, though, or any kind of social activity.
Yeah.
All right, let's try this again.
Kinks,
Can you hear it?
figured out. I can.
All right, you can hear us. Can
Yep.
you hear Julie?
Welcome to Live Eviction Night.
Oh wait, that's it.
It's not live eviction.
No,
The streets of Canada.
Streets of Canada.
Jaemeel, who stood out for
Baby D.
you on this cast?
Matt looks like a friggin' beast.
Yes. Good pick by yours truly.
I'm like, wait, is he a giant? Like everyone else looked like so small and frail in comparison to this dude.
Yeah, he did. I was like, him and Riley will be hooking up probably as we speak.
Well, Riley is like, yeah, if Riley's looking for a showman's, like he is the best option by far. So
Riley did not impress me at all.
what? Riley is fun loving. She can read a book, Jaemeel.
Yeah, she's not just a pretty face, Jaemeel.
I'm like, we're seeing some of these people, and they're like, I graduated from high school and early and got my master's, and now I'm, political strategist or, an army vet multiple over. Felisa has retired twice.
Yes.
This is her third thing, right? Her
Can't
third.
stop. You don't know what life's going to give you, she said.
Yeah. So Riley, who's can read a book and do the robot on a bar as her special skills that decide to show us on screen.
She can do Instagram.
She has friends.
She has friends.
And she can walk out of a pool.
Yeah.
She can definitely do that. Like
she's no Kirsten, who's literally finding a cure for cancer.
Where is she here? Come on. That's a winner right there.
Why is she doing the Home Alone face?
I don't know. Why is Luke doing the people's eyebrow?
His name is Luke. He's Corey.
No. Luke
Luke.
in his
yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
Oh, Luke.
Yeah, I called him Jeffrey Dahmer.
By the way, Jaemeel, I don't know if you heard this, but Saria is now part of the Jaemeel and Daryl draft team.
I literally ran for my dinner at 9:30 or before 9:30. We had to make it there. So I missed the Suri reveal. But I watched everything else.
Oh, I can give it to you right now. It's right here. The Suri here. That's it.
That was it. And then she turns around and they go, surprise, Suri's in the house. And that was it.
And then I'm sure this will be the beginning of next episode where we get some of what we missed there. But yeah.
But Jaemeel, are you not upset? Like, okay, is Danielle Reyes, Brittany, and Frankie gonna play? Or are they just there for that like one segment with the stupid laser? Like, what is going on?
I hope that they don't play.
Oh,
because that means Frankie will be playing and hashtag no grande.
But you don't want to watch the other two play?
Brittany, no. I want her to commentate and I want her to do the reactions. What's it called again? Talk to
like the Julie.
Don't be on Big Jeff's show if she wants to do that. Don't come on to the premiere of the show.
I like her narration, right? But I don't want her to play. She played so many times. She doesn't need to play again.
But
right?
Danielle would be nice to see play again.
Danielle, yes, because she got screwed over, right?
Yeah.
So, and she looks like she's absolutely capable. Now, is it each? So I put a theory out. I don't know if you posted it.
Which one?
Where I mentioned that I think that middle group that came in together, which was Jared, Izzy.
Oh, I didn't understand it, so I'm glad you're here to explain it. So
okay, I feel like every single person from that group is related to someone who has played Survivor.
You think Blue is related to Yule?
Well, they're both from South Korea, not refugees, but their parents came over to South Korea. Yule was from New York, as well as Izzy, right?
I think Izzy and Evie do look alike, and they're both from New York.
There is Izzy and Evie, I kind of maybe.
It's just a theory, just throwing things out there.
The Werdenberger, how common is that name?
Doesn't seem common.
No, it is. It is. It's the same. Let's not lie to ourselves. Like
Corey and Zach, like they look alike.
Yeah,
they look like they're brothers or cousins or something.
Have to.
Right?
Blue Mule, I don't know. Maybe that one's possible, but I don't know about that one. It could be someone else. I do like the theory though, because I think that's definitely possible.
I was looking for South Korean people who played Survivor, and Yul came up.
Well, there was that other one on Yul's season. There were 2 Koreans. I can't remember her name right now. She was like the runner-up.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she came third.
So maybe that's even better because then it's all people who didn't win.
Right. Because that's what this time... I'm trying to understand the story that they're trying to tell us in this season. That these 3, they broke into the house with a time laser, and then it went haywire because it was made by Meow Meow Industries, right? And so therefore it shot off all this weird load of energy that somehow took what they were trying to do, but it somehow let in people from the multiverse like Suri and maybe others. Right? Is that what happened?
I think more. It's not. There's no way it's 17 players. There's more players coming, right?
There's a way. It's possible there's only 17. I could see it, but I could also see them adding 1 or 3 more.
In my opinion, I add the people at the beginning. I don't want this it's 3 weeks in and then we're adding 2 people in. Yeah. That's not right. Add the people in. You're doing 100 weeks. Just do it. No buybacks. No, revolving door garbage. Just have the extra people. Go play the game. That's it.
I don't understand why not have 20 players and just do more double evictions.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? Because there's too much downtime in the Big Brother US game when there's 100 days. It's a lot of days, and it's just too much downtime.
Survivor's too short for you. Big Brother too long for you.
Yeah, and I'm sticking with it because I think they could improve. Well, I'm fine with it being long. I'm fine with 100 days, but you need more players.
Would you? In terms of making things more spicy, would you be fine with the idea that they have a losers bracket where all the people who are eliminated in let's say the first 6 weeks
for Redemption Island?
No, not Redemption Island. They have a possibility of winning 20,000 or whatever. Let's say 100,000 in the losers bracket, right? But it's the first 6 people. Right. And then, the other people are in jury and in, the actual winners bracket.
Right.
Right. But the 6 people, they actually compete at the end so that we have, let's say, 2 streams going on or 2 different houses. I don't want them to interact. Right. I just want it so that we're not bored in week, 13 where there's 3 people in the house and they're all in different rooms, just twiddling their thumbs, doing nothing.
Right. Yeah. I think that's a cool concept. Yeah. I think they could make that work. Right? It would be, and then people would be like, well, I don't care. Fine. Vote me out. I'd rather have 1 in 6 shot at 100 grand than, 1 in 17 shot at,
But they won't announce it until the people are gone.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. I like that. I like the concept.
And we've lost so many good people at the beginning of the game, right? Just imagine if it was 2 years ago with what's his name, with the super alliances and stuff. What if we were able to keep Paloma, where she was able to come back and fight against Derek and a lot of the other people at the beginning of the game.
What a Pow Pow. Yeah.
Pow Pow. Yeah.
Pow Pow. You're in the loser bracket. I know.
Yeah. She would have rocked it. or not.
And then it would have been her against Devin. That would have been great.
He's like, I want to leave. I want to get back to my daughter.
Yeah.
You can go, Devin. Go on your way. Derek will win this season. Don't worry. Well, big reason Derek did so well because he was the HOH who got rid of Devin, and so he coasted on that for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone hated Devin.
Yeah, so he was like he got to bask in all that glory. It was really fortunate for Derek that he had Devin in some ways too in that season.
Yeah, you should have sent him a big basket of fruit after you won.
Jaemeel, how excited are you to have live feeds for a season of Big Brother? You know, because Canada, of course, did not have that, and it was a bit painful for the live feed types.
I like it, and I like the idea that I possibly will be able to get it for free without having to worry about a VPN.
Well, that's even better. You know, Christmas comes early.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. How do you feel about this twist overall, this multiverse twist? Are you liking it?
It's too early to say. I suspect we're going to get 4 weeks of it, and then they're going to get tired of it and then go into their regular, scheduled situation. I just hope that it doesn't cut the gameplay off at its knees.
Right.
That's the worry.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess it depends, like what they do with it. But Jaemeel, like Amanda was very upset with the fact that they're, having 4 people up for eviction, and I agree. I hate when they do this. You got 100 days. Why are you eliminating someone right off the bat? Is it because you're bringing Saria and you really want it to be a 16-person season, and you just eliminate someone right off the bat?
Okay, don't consider me like an evil person, but I was hoping for Hassan to lose that last one. So I'm like, look, it's all POCs at the bottom.
Well, there was one moment, it was after the third person got eliminated, where Felicia was pissed. She just was like, looked around and was like standing beside Jared and Kirsten, and she was like, "What is is this rigged?" You just see it on her face. It was hilarious, because old people, they don't fake it to make it. They don't need to anymore.
Yeah. I laughed. What's the competition Felissa was in? I think her name was Felissa.
It's spelled like Felicia.
Felicia.
Yeah, Felissa. When they revealed what her competition was, I'm like, there's no way in hell she's winning.
Well, actually, of the 4 competitions, though, Jaemeel, that was probably the one she had the best chance at. She was never.
No, I know enough older Black women. She has the grip strength. She is not getting pulled, no way, no how, by some hand into the darkness. No way.
Okay, maybe the last one was she the one with the scary one, because she was definitely not getting kicked in the butt the fastest. She wasn't never winning that one. Even Kirsten would have beat her.
Well, no, I don't think so. Kristen does not have upper body strength at all.
Well, that's true. She was slow. And then what was the other one they did? It was the first one. What was the first competition they did, Dave?
The stacking of the puzzle into.
Oh,
the box.
yeah, to make it into a cube. Yeah.
You know what? Jared was terrible at that.
Nicole was in heels. She lost to him, and he lost to her in heels, and she tripped on the way to the button.
She sure did. But I was like, how did he screw that up? I was like, just because you're the son of this famous Survivor player doesn't mean you're any good at this.
She was famous for not being good at competitions, though.
That's true.
Not being
true.
She did well in the social aspects of the game, but she was not a physical threat.
No, that's how she lost. She couldn't win anything.
Right.
So is she? Is there going to be a challenge that he performs very poorly at, and everyone rallies beside her and beside him? Sorry, Jared, and starts clapping when he tries to finish the puzzle or whatever, and then Julie goes, "That was remarkable. This is what Big Brother is all about. You were sitting at home, exterminating stuff on the side of the bushes, and you like, I can do this. I could be example to my mother and other people as Big Brother."
Yeah. Now look at you.
Now look at you. You turned it all around. You know, you were just like nothing, and now you're like a whole thing now. Like, where's Jeff when I need him here?
1 month ago, you were exterminating things wearing a golf shirt, and nobody
Because that
understood
is what
why.
Survivor is about. It is about pushing yourself to your personal limit and then seeing if you got one more step.
One more step. You got one more bug to kill. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Why does so Jared is in Connecticut, but Sari is in Georgia?
I guess that's why they were FaceTiming.
Or South Carolina. Yes. They said we live some distance.
Well, there was a lot of bugs in Connecticut that he had to take care of, so he's on a away trip. He's
where the
on a
money is.
transfer.
Bug hunt.
Yeah.
It's like Men in Black guy, the Edgar guy. All right, well, all right, I think we've talked about it all, guys. Unless there's anything else I missed, Jaemeel, but I think so Sunday night, possibly late.
So
no, they're on it. It's 8 on this Sunday. I know it's 8:00 this Sunday, so it doesn't have to be late this Sunday. But football might become an issue later on.
yeah, they're going to move
in September.
Yeah, they're moving Big Brother to 10 o'clock, regardless of if football is played or not.
Okay. And then I think we have like Survivor coming up in the near future, right?
In September as well.
What? That's exciting. Okay.
And the Amazing Race.
I don't really keep up with the Amazing Race.
But it's 90 minutes now, Dave. It's 90 minutes of the Amazing Race.
Wait, Survivor's going to 90 minutes too, right?
Yep, that's why Big Brother had to move to a different night because they couldn't do the 3 hours.
Okay. And then the challenge is another show that involves all these people that I don't keep up with, but Foster does and some others, you know.
Is Foster going to be joining us for Big Brother commentary?
I think you might.
I think he might. He had a surgery yesterday, so I think he's just a little bit beat up right now. You know,
Foster, we're pulling for you.
Yeah.
He called me tonight. He sounded a little weak. I was okay. So he's like, "Are you busy?" I was like, and I kind of was, because I don't know. I just got back from my run, and I was completely naked. I was about to get in the shower, but then Foster called at that moment, and then I was like, "Well, it might be an emergency, maybe." So I have to answer. So I answered, and then he was like, "Hey," and then I was like, "Hey," and then he was like, "Can you talk?" He's like, "Are you busy?" I was like, "Yeah, a little bit." And so I had to let him go. I don't think it was an emergency, Foster, if you're listening, but if it was, I'm sorry. Just had a lot going on tonight with this premiere and stuff like that. So, anything else, guys? If not, I think we'll sign off for tonight. We'll be back Sunday, and then check out Survivor. Check out our Big Brother Canada 11 coverage this year too, if you're into that, and our past Survivor coverage. This Sunday, we're going to be talking about the Mary Mater Marvel Society. We're talking about Secret Invasion. At least Davan and I will be here on the channel. And maybe Jaemeel will be there. It's all pending things.
The whole season?
We're talking about the whole season of Secret Invasion, yeah. You're welcome to join us, Jeff.
I haven't watched it all. I only watched the first half.
I have to finish it. There's one episode left. So for me.
Jeff, you might want to just come on the show and give your impression about the show based upon the first episode, and then learn about what happens afterwards. And see if you want to.
I watched 3 of the episodes, and then I stopped.
So, are you liking it so far?
Not especially, and I really like the Skrulls, but no, I don't like Amelia Clark and the bad guy. I think they suck.
So, stay tuned for this review
this Sunday.
I think we're going to be talking a lot about Loki season 2.
I'm excited for that. That's going to be
Loki will be good.
Yeah. Okay. Plus, guys, we're part of a federation of podcasts, many other great channels, different podcasts featuring a lot of the Super Mater brothers, but also others like Davan Skelhorn, who has X-Rated, like an X-Men animated review show he does with Andre Mayette, who also has his own podcast, Graphic Histories, interviewing people from entertainment and different things. Oh, look at Jaemeel. He's got a sticker there for the United Federation of Podcasts. Wow. That's impressive. That's maybe the first official piece of Federation merch I've ever seen in live action, off of the screen, if you will. That's very exciting. Of course, we also have the Live Long and Podcast channel, our Star Trek channel, where we're talking about all kinds of Star Trek shows and doing like things like different introspective podcasts, probes, trivias. We're also going to be talking this Thursday about the newest Star Trek musical, because Star Trek Strange New Worlds is doing the first musical episode ever. It's called Subspace Rhapsody, and that's tomorrow. So I'll be talking about that with Davan before hockey. And then Trivial Debates is another channel we have. Lots of arguments. We just had a Pride themed episode. We got a host, 3 contestants arguing about movies, TV, sports, and more. Eamon on Track, Eamon Mater, coming up this Sunday. We're going to be talking about the next album, the album of Beth Mater, our late mother, who passed away just this past month. Eamon asked her in the hospital, "What's your favorite album?" And she said, "The Bee Gees, One Night Only." And so we're going to be reviewing that album this Sunday. I've already listened to it. It's a concert album. It's a live album, so you can literally watch it on YouTube as well. So pretty convenient. And we'll be breaking all that down. I think Jeff might be coming for that as well. And lastly, a couple other shows like the Hellbound podcast on Wednesdays, horror with Alex Blackburn and Michael Chan. The Hold Up podcast every second Wednesday with Davan and Murphy, talking about movies, 3 movies in a different theme, and lots of other great stuff. Check out our website. We have a whole website for the Federation. And on that note,
ufpodcast.com.
UF podcast next time. And until then, we'll say Julie Chen will just say good night and love one another. Where's that?
I'm Julie Chen Moonves. Love one another. Good night.
See you on the flip side.